that's an example of what happens when the belts are starting to go bad. Probably the auger belt is what I'm guessing right now. I think it's time to fix those so we can get some full power out of this thing. Jim, this video is for you. When the snowblower doesn't blow snow and you think it's the auger belt, it's probably the drive belt. Hi, I'm Jim. It's nice to have you here. Every 3 to 5 years, I find I have to change these two belts in my Troy-Bilt snowblower. And every time I do it, it's far enough in between, I always forget which belt is really doing what. The right answer is just replace both at the same time. It's worth for the money, just replace both. But it is deceiving. Every time my snowblower stops throwing snow, I always assume it's the auger belt, because it doesn't have the power to eject the snow. Yet the drive of the snowblower seems to be fine. And in my definition, the drive belt, I would thought drives the wheels. But I always go through this, I think, every 3 to 5 years. I change the big auger belt, only to find it's the thin drive belt that actually is the problem. So that's what this video is all about. Put a little piece of like a plastic baggie doubled up underneath the gas cap, because when you tip it up, gas seems to come out of here. So you either have to drain it out entirely, or I'm going to see if this works. If not, I'll have to drain that out. When you're working on a snow thrower, you always want to make sure that that spark plug is pulled before you do anything, so there's no accidental startup of the engine. Your hands, fingers, you name it, could be gone. You definitely want to make sure you're safe around these things. First thing I'm going to do is remove a couple screws. There's a 3/8 inch socket. And there's another one back here. You can see the belt dust as that wears on that on those pulleys. You can see the belt starts to slowly deteriorate, leaving this powder. Here's the drive belt. It's amazing how thin that drive belt is, isn't it? So I'm just using a 3/8 inch wrench, try to take some of the tension off this drive belt. The thing to watch for is gas dripping from here. I'm hoping that that gas will be contained with that bag on there. We got a 3/4, 9/16. Let that get that belt over there. Get a little bit of play on that plate above. There we go. there's a bolt back in there. There we go. This is the one I believe I got from MTD directly. This is the friction plate. This is like a friction wheel. It's a rubber. This thing spins, and depending on where this is, gives you the drive to the shaft. Before I put this together, I'll probably put some more grease up here. Let's get this belt on, and you can kind of see down in there. You're just trying to get it over that. This kind of lifts up to get the clearance we need to get the belt around here, and then we can put the shoulder bolt back on, put the spring on, get it tapped up. As you can see, everything becomes kind of a mess. If gas is dripping, this becomes messy down here, so definitely not a fun job if you've already been using the snowblower. Best to do this in the fall when it's nice and dry. Otherwise, this is what you get. And when the belt's cold, it's kind of stiff too, so sometimes it makes it fun to try to get it around. Just sort of turning it a little bit just to make sure it's all the way on. All right. Spring back on here. Put the shoulder bolt back on. Through that drive belt in this way. There we go. Once you get around this pulley, I'll do the rest from the top. So I'm just using a little automotive grease. And I'll take a little grease. Again, you don't want too much. Just trying to kind of put a film on here. Alright, that seems pretty good. I just got some plain old extra heavy duty wheel bearing grease. And this is where you gotta watch your fingers, just the slightest amount. Kind of see it'll work its way around eventually. I'm just gonna take some brake part cleaner, friction plate. So you don't want anything to get greasy, because then you lose traction with that friction wheel. And let's see, just wipe that a little bit. My model number for this is where you find it on the back here for ordering parts. Just put that bottom lip in the slot down there. You kind of just tilt it up, kind of bend it down a little bit to get it in place here. There we go. Alright, get this back on here. So we got the drive belt on. Get the auger pulley back on, or the auger belt back on. There we go. Alright. I don't want that to turn as I turn the engine. It just slips like that, but that is what you want. And then when you hit the auger, it tightens down. I'm going to make sure I take that plastic off my fuel cap. It did seem to work. I didn't get as much pouring out as I did last time. Now that I've changed that belt, I want to make sure that that auger isn't going to move when I start it up. So one of the tests I'm going to do is I'm going to fire it up, engaging, let it run for a while, releasing the lever. Engaging the auger, let it run for a while, release the auger. When I've released the lever and the snowblower engine is at full speed, I want to make sure when I come to the front that that auger is not moving at all. Because if that auger blade is moving even in the slightest, that means that belt's slightly making contact with the engine pulley. And that's so very dangerous. It's one of the critical parts, the safety parts of a snow thrower like this, is when you let go of that lever for the auger, it has to stop. For obvious reasons. When you let go of that lever, it has to stop. This is no joke. And it can't move even in the slightest, because if it's moving at all, it means it's going to screw something right into that impeller that's running in the back. And that's all about adjusting that tensioner and that belt. From this lever, it pulls on a cable. That cable's pulling simply goes up and down to try to get the slacker tension you need. Let's see if this has gotten it working. I appreciate all the comments you leave below. I really enjoy getting them. Please subscribe, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'm Jim. It's nice to have you here.